Noahidism or Noahidism is a monotheistic ideology based on the 7 laws of Noah, and on their traditional interpretations within Rabbinic Judaism. According to Jewish law, non-Jews are not obligated to convert to Judaism, but they are required to observe the 7 laws of Noah. If they accept and fulfill these commandments with the conviction that YHVH commanded them in the Torahs transmitted by Moses, and are careful to observe them in accordance with the relevant details within the Torah law, they are assured of a place in the world to come, the final reward of the righteous. The divinely ordained penalty for violating any of these Noahide laws is discussed in the Talmud, but in practical terms that is subject to the working legal system that is established by the society at large. Those who subscribe to the observance of these commandments are referred to as Bnei Noach, children of Noah, Noahides, or Noahites. Supporting organizations have been established around the world over the past decades by either Noahides or observant Jews. Historically, the Hebrew term Bnei Noach has applied to all non-Jews as descendants of Noah. However, nowadays it is also used to refer specifically to those non-Jews who observe the Noahide laws. Noahic covenant. According to the Book of Genesis, Noah and his 3 sons Shem, Ham, and Japheth survived the flood aboard the ark, along with their wives. When Noah's family left the ark, God made a covenant with them and all the animals they had aboard the ark that he would never again destroy the earth with a flood, and he set the rainbow in the sky as a symbol of the covenant. The account in Genesis chapter 9 had earlier referred only to a requirement for the eating of meat and the prohibition and punishment of murder. But according to the Talmud, this covenant included all of the 7 laws of Noah. Therefore the Bnei Noah, all humans, as descendants of Noah, are subject to the Noahide laws. Maimonides collected all of the Talmudic and halakhic decisions in his time and laid them out in his work the Mishneh Torah, in addition to Jewish laws and their explanations. The Noahide laws were also collected with their explanation in Maimonides' Sefer Shoftim in the last section Hilchot Melachim Umilchemot 8-9-10-12. Some details of these laws are also found in the Midrashic literature. The 7 laws of Noah. The 7 laws listed by the Mishnah in Sanhedrin 56a are to have laws and courts for the society, and to refrain from blasphemy, idolatry, a set of 6 forbidden sexual relationships, murder, theft, and eating flesh that was removed from a living animal. Historical movements. The Sebo Memoir or God-fearers are an early example of Gentiles being included within the Jewish community. Some perceive the apostolic decree originating from the Council of Jerusalem as endorsing something similar to the laws of Noah. Modern Noahidism. Some Jewish religious groups have been particularly active in promoting the 7 laws, notably the Chabad Lubavitch movement. Groups affiliated with Lord Aim. Small groups calling themselves the Bnei Noah have recently organized themselves to form communities to abide by these laws. High Council of Bnei Noah. A High Council of Bnei Noah, set up to represent Bnei Noah communities around the world, was endorsed by a group that claimed to be the New Sanhedrin. Acknowledgement. The Chabad Lubavitch movement has been the most active in Noahide outreach, believing that there is spiritual and societal value for non-Jews in at least simply acknowledging the 7 laws, and even more so if they accept or observe them. In 1991, they had a reference to these laws enshrined in a congressional proclamation. Presidential Proclamation 5956, signed by then-President George H. W. Bush, recalling Joint House Resolution 173, and recalling that the ethical and moral principles of all civilizations come in part from the 7 Noahide laws. It proclaimed March 26, 1991 as Education Day, USA. Subsequently, Public Law 102-14 formally designated the Lubavitcher Rebbe's 90th birthday as Education Day. USA, with Congress recalling that, without these ethical values and principles, the edifice of civilization stands in serious peril of returning to chaos, and that society is profoundly concerned with the recent weakening of these principles that has resulted in crises that beleaguer and threaten the fabric of civilized society. In April 2006, the spiritual leader of the Druze community in Israel, Sheikh Moafak Tara, met with a representative of Chabad Lubavitch to sign a declaration calling on all non-Jews in Israel to observe the Noahide laws as laid down in the Bible and expounded upon in Jewish tradition. The mayor of the Galilean city of Shefa, Amra, where Muslim, Christian and Druze communities live side by side, also signed the document. In March 2007, Chabad Lubavitch gathered ambassadors from 6 different countries to take part in a gathering to declare, in the name of the states they represent, their support of the universal teachings of Noahide laws. They represented Poland, Latvia, Mexico, Panama, Ghana, and Japan. They were part of a special program organized by Harav Boaz Kali. In April, the Abagosh Mayor Salam Jaber accepted the 7 Noahide laws as part of a mass rally by Chabad at the Bloomfield Stadium in Tel Aviv. In May, the newly elected president of France, Nicolas Sarkozy, met with the Chabad Lubavitch rabbi, David Zuer, who presented him with literature on the universal teachings of the Noahide laws. 10 Commandments. Judaism does not require Gentiles to keep all of the 10 Commandments. Some within Orthodox Judaism view the keeping of certain of the 10 Commandments as being forbidden to Gentiles. The 10 Commandments are actually only 10 from among the total number of 613 Jewish commandments in the Torah. Some of this disagreement arises from the English translation of the Hebrew term for the 10 Commandments. In biblical Hebrew, the 10 Commandments that were inscribed by God on the tablets at Mount Sinai are called, meaning, the 10 sayings, because of the 613 Jewish commandments. Those 10 are the only ones that were spoken openly by Yahweh to the entire Jewish nation when they were assembled at Mount Sinai. The rest of the 613 mitzvot were taught to Moses by God, and Moses taught them to the rest of the Jewish people. Mitzvot is the Hebrew term for commandment.